Hundreds of people walked by that dark alley, but only one tiny soul refused to give up. This isn't just a rescue story. It's a lesson encouraged from a hero who barely weighs 5 pounds. Prepare to see the true meaning of loyalty. In the heart of a city that never sleeps, 2 shadows lay forgotten in a cold, damp alleyway. Amidst the neon lights and the rushing crowds, a mother dog lay motionless on a piece of discarded cardboard, her breath shallow and fading. To the world, she was just another stray, an invisible problem. But to the tiny, shivering puppy huddled against her side, she was the entire universe. He could feel her warmth slipping away, and he knew that if he didn't act now, he would be alone forever. With a heart full of desperation, the small, scruffy puppy stepped out of the shadows and onto the rain-slicked sidewalk. He barked with all his might, his tiny voice cracking against the sound of car engines and heavy footsteps. He nudged the legs of passing strangers, his eyes pleading for just one person to look down. But the world was too busy. People adjusted their umbrellas and checked their phones, stepping around the nuisance, without realizing they were walking past a dying mother's last hope. The puppy realized that being seen was not enough. He had to be impossible to ignore. In an act of terrifying courage, the small creature ran into the middle of the dark road. He stood his ground as a pair of blinding headlights rushed toward him. The screech of tires echoed through the street as a car swerved to a halt inches away from his fragile body. He didn't flinch. He didn't run. He stood in the light, barking at the metal giant, demanding to be heard. The car door opened, and a man stepped out into the pouring rain. At first, he was frustrated, but as he knelt down to shoo the puppy away, he saw something that broke his heart. He saw a pair of golden eyes filled not with aggression, but with an agonizing, ancient sorrow. The puppy didn't flee from the man. Instead, he gently grabbed the hem of the man's trousers with his teeth, pulling him toward the darkness of the alley with a strength born of pure love. The man followed, his flashlight cutting through the gloom of the trash-filled corner. There, in the dim beam of light, he found her. The mother dog was barely a skeleton covered in fur. Her eyes glazed over as she surrendered to the cold. The puppy immediately rushed to her side, licking her face and whimpering, as if telling her, "I found him, Mom. Don't go yet." The man realized then that this tiny pup hadn't been playing. He had been conducting a desperate rescue mission. Without a second thought, the man wrapped the mother dog in his own warm jacket. He lifted her fragile body, realizing she weighed almost nothing. As he ran back to his car, the puppy followed close at his heels, refusing to be left behind for even a second. In the back seat, the puppy curled around his mother's head, guarding her as the heater hummed, and the man drove through night toward the only veterinary clinic still open. Weeks passed, and the cold alleyway became a distant memory. In the warmth of the sunlit room, the miracle unfolded. The mother dog, once a ghost, began to thrive. Her coat grew thick and glossy, and a light returned to her eyes. Beside her, the little hero grew too, no longer shivering with fear, but bouncing with joy. Every time a man entered the room, the puppy would wag his tail so hard his whole body shook. A silent thank you to the human who finally chose to look down. Today, if you walk to the local park, you might see them, a strong, beautiful dog and her brave son, running free under the golden sun. They are no longer invisible. Their story is a reminder that even the smallest soul can change destiny if they are brave enough to stand in the light. The puppy who risked everything saved his mother's life. But in doing so, he also saved a piece of humanity, proving that love is the loudest voice in the world.